Today in history. To being the world superpower that it is now, the United States of America had its own challenges. On this day, the 11th of March, 162 days, 8 months, and 14 days ago, in Montgomery, Alabama, delegates from South Carolina, Mississippi, Florida, Alabama, Georgia, Louisiana, and Texas adopted the permanent constitution of the Confederate States of America. Now, let's get a brief background to the creation of Confederate States. When Abraham Lincoln, a known opponent of slavery, was elected president, the South Carolina legislature perceived a threat. Calling for a state convention, the delegates voted to remove the state of South Carolina from the United States of America. The secession of South Carolina was followed by the secession of 6 more states, and these include Mississippi, Florida, Alabama, Georgia, Louisiana, and Texas. There was the threat of secession by 4 more states, namely Virginia, Arkansas, Tennessee, and North Carolina. These states eventually formed the Confederate States of America. Now, going back to the Convention of Montgomery and Alabama, Jefferson Davis was named provisional president of the Confederacy until elections could be held. The secession of southern states sparked the start of the widely known American Civil War, which began on 12th April 1861 at Fort Sumter. The war was between the Union of the American States and the 11 states that seceded from the Union. After 4 years of intensive combat, from 1861 to 1865, the Civil War left between 620,000 to 750,000 soldiers dead, a higher number than American military deaths in World War I and II combined. The surrender of the Confederate General Robert E. Lee's army of Northern Virginia at Appomattox Courthouse on 9th April 1865 effectively ended the American Civil War. Now, historians argue that the Confederacy collapsed largely because of social divisions within the Southern society, emanating from social, class, and gender difference. The defeat of the Confederacy not only ended the Civil War, but marked the end of the Confederate States of America, as the states that had seceded returned to the Union of American States, forming the United States of America. Folks, that is the event that graces our Today in History segment. Subscribe to our channel for more historical lessons.